Myth or reality? Legend of Atlantis. What if I told you that an ancient city described in Hindu texts may be buried under the Arabian Sea, and scientists are still divided about it? Dwarka holds a pretty incredible place in Hindu texts like the Mahabharata, Harivamsa, and the Bhagavata Purana. It's described as a fortified city of Krishna, built on reclaimed land, and later it was submerged beneath the sea. The texts talk about a grid layout, grand palaces, impressive gates, and massive walls. Fast forward to modern times, and this legend actually caught the attention of archaeologists. In the 1960s and 70s, there were government-led digs on shore, hoping to find traces of this lost city. From 1983 to 1990, the Marine Archaeology Unit, led by Dr. S.R. Rao, took the search underwater. Their work uncovered submerged walls, ancient anchors, possible grid-like patterns, and even structures that looked like old harbor facilities. On land, thermoluminescence dating suggested people lived there as early as 1500 BCE. The values and features of these structures really do seem to match the epic descriptions of a carefully planned, fortified city. So, there's actually a fair bit of controversy in the scientific community about these underwater findings. Some critics argue that what look like structures might just be natural formations, or maybe even artifacts that have been moved around by strong currents over time. Honestly, this just highlights how much we still need more rigorous, repeated dating and, further investigations to really get to the bottom of it. If Dwarka does turn out to be real, it could be a pretty big deal. It would sort of bridge the gap between mythology and archaeology, possibly validating parts of those ancient texts. Still, a lot of historians are pretty cautious here. They keep pointing out that we shouldn't mix up myth with actual evidence. Now, organizations like UNESCO and other archaeological institutions definitely recognize Dwarka's significance. But so far, the dating of the site stays somewhere between 3000 and 1500 BCE. And with all the media coverage and these new sonar scans, there's renewed interest, maybe even some new digs coming up in 2025. The thing is, studying Dwarka doesn't just help us piece together one ancient city. It actually reshapes how we think about early urban development and maritime trade in this whole region. On a bigger scale, it gets us talking about how we approach myth, cultural heritage, and scientific investigation, especially considering our post-colonial context. In the end, we might never know the whole truth. But, those submerged ruins off the coast of Dwarka really do make us wonder, have we been too quick to dismiss these old legends? This meeting point of archaeology, mythology, and science gives us a chance to look at our past with, a fresh perspective.